Hi, welcome back to our arts and craft workshops with virtual Féile, myself Margaret McCann with Carnival Chaos, and my fantastic artistic assistant and daughter Meg. Say hi, Meg. Today we are going to be making Celtic wall hangings. Now, Celtic wall hangings are made with material. Again, these are things you can find around the house easy enough, or as I say, you can buy in local shops for cheap enough. You'll see a finished product at the end, but I'm going to show you step by step how you go about this. So first of all, you need material. Now, white material you need. So basically, if you can find an old pillowcase like this, which is perfect, or an old sheet, you can cut a piece off, but white is your best option. Or if you can't find white, a very light cream would even do, or a very pale yellow. So what we do is we start off with a piece of material like this, and depending on what you want to put on it, the wall hangings we're doing pretty narrow. We're doing them in A4 size paper. So for that, you kind of just measure basically what your width is going to be on your hanging. So you want to leave a bit of space on either side and a good bit of space like this, top and bottom. And the reason you need to leave the space is we're going to attach on little poles at the top so that we can hang it up on the wall. Now these look great hung up around the home, and you can incorporate all kinds of different designs. They don't have to be Celtic. You can really put anything you want, but the Celtic ones look really well painted or drawn in nice rich colours. So once you have got your design on, you can cut your material to fit. So basically you're talking about a rectangular piece of material like this. Now, before you get your design and put it on, the best thing to do is to age the material. So you want to make the material look like it's old and stained. So what we do is we just use, Meg, coffee, don't we? Coffee or tea bags. Mix it, just an old tea bag you've used, just squeeze it into a cup with some water, and just with a paintbrush you can dab it on the material, or with coffee the same, and you can get this effect where you have like a stained look on the material. You don't have to do this, it's just something that if you want to make it look like an older wall hanging, but you can leave it just with the plain white background if you wish. So once we've done that and we've got our paper and our material, we get our design. Now, your best option if you're going for something like a Celtic design is to download an image online. Something simple and straightforward like this is perfect to do. You can get these images really easily, and you can just blow it up to size if you can, get it bigger. Or if you're arty enough and you want to go freehand, try and draw something out, that's even better. It's great. Meg's working on one at the minute where she has taken a part just to here of this Celtic design, and she has incorporated her initial in it. So she's put an M in, as you can see here. So she's taken the top part of the Celtic design there, and then she's just joined it up together, and then she's put her initial in, and she's planning on doing another piece of this Celtic design at the bottom. So you can do it that way, or as I say, any images you like. Now, once you've got your image printed off, using a scalpel, a craft knife, or some scissors, all you need to do is cut out the areas that you want the image to go down on the paper. So like this, we take out sections. Now I've used like a perspex piece of paper here. You see we've used this already and painted with it where we've cut sections out. But just make sure you have an adult helping you do this. Put it down on a cardboard backing and just look at your sections and just very carefully take out areas of your paper, watching you keep your fingers out of the way the whole time, and just very, very gently just glide along your lines. You don't need much pressure. It's pretty easy to get the paper out, and then just put your finger behind and you can just pop out what you've cut, and it should come out easy enough like so. And if you think you need to lean a wee bit more pressure on, if it's not quite coming out, And then you have this, so each little section. So just work with your sections, cut your next bit out. Make sure you keep your lines between each of the joints and the knots if you're doing a Celtic design. Once you've done that, you do what Meg's done and you put it down on top of your material. Either whether you've cut it out on paper or whether you've cut it out on the plastic sheeting. And once you've done that, what you can do is take a marker, if you black marker, Meg, and just draw around the inside of each of your lines. And as you do that, your design will appear onto your material. And just go around each line. And you can tape this down if it's moving around for you and you want to keep it nice and flat. You can just tape it down with a little bit of masking tape or sellotape. And just go around each one of those till you see your design come out. You can draw this out with pen or marker, any colour marker you wish. Once you've done that, then it's a matter of colouring your image in. Now, Meg is using markers because markers are easy accessible and most people have them around the home. Children have them in their school bags and pencil cases, so that's handy. If you prefer to use paint, you can use paint as well. And even with the markers, you can see Meg's getting in some shadowing here just where her knots join together, and she's putting in a nice colour effect here on her lettering. So with markers or paint, when you've completed your piece of art and you're happy with it, the next thing you need to do is add on your little sticks, and this is so you can hang it up. So using this piece of material here, I'll show you just what way we do that. So we get these little sticks here. These are, again, out of the pound shop, any garden centre. You can use these. You can use bamboo as well, which is cheap and accessible in any of the shops. And you just get an adult to help you and cut a length. So if they come this length, look and see. So you just want a little bit over each edge. So just measure so you have your stick. That's perfect. And because these are thin sticks I'm using, where bamboo would be thicker, you would only need one little piece of bamboo. And you can put one at the top and one at the bottom, or you can just put one at the top. But what I will do here is, because they're thin, is I will use two. So just these snip very easy with the scissors, like so, right? And then just with a bit of sellotape, you can just tape those little sticks together. And this is just, as I say, because there's not really any weight in the material you're hanging if you're doing a smaller version. At the end, we will show you a larger scale finished version, much larger scale, and this can be to hang around the home on the walls or wherever. These are great in bedrooms or anywhere around the home. Bigger scale, you go as big or as small as you like with these. So this then is put under here, and your material then just can be best way to attach this. If you have a glue gun, perfect. All you do is glue along the seam very carefully because it's very hot, and then just stick your seam so that you have it to hang like this. If you don't have access to a glue gun, then mums, dads, grannies, grandas, adults anyway, should be able to just run a little stitch with a needle and thread. Just stitch along. Doesn't have to be really neat or anything. In fact, if it's unneat, it looks even more authentic. So just a few stitches along just to hold it in place so that you're able to slot in and out your sticks then. And then all you got to do is get a little bit of string and attach your string to each end, and you'll see in the finished piece how this is done, and then it's hung like that on the wall. So as you can see, once this is finished, and you can have narrower sticks than that put in here, and once that is put up and hung, you'll see, as I say, it looks just really good. And even as I say, with the aging, makes it look just a little bit older and more authentic, but you can go with that. And then they're hung on your wall, lovely bright colours, and they look great. So you finish that off, Meg, for your room, And that's how we do Celtic wall hangings. Thanks, enjoy, have fun, and enjoy virtual Féile. Bye.